White House, Ed, thanks for that. American lawmakers are not the only ones who have serious questions about military action. Tonight, Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen tells us the prospect is not an easy sell overseas either.
Discussions and the American...
For British Prime Minister David Cameron, sudden and stiff resistance within Parliament to the UK's participation in Allied strikes against the Assad regime in Syria for its alleged use of chemical weapons.
The question facing this House is what, if any, military action we should take and what criteria should determine that decision.
Is not because of the horror of these weapons, and horror exists, but because the American president foolishly drew a red line, and because of his position now, he's going to attack or face humiliation. That's why we've been drawn into war.
Let's not pretend there is one smoking piece of intelligence that can solve the whole problem. It is not about invading. It is not about regime change. To me, the biggest danger of escalation is if the world community, not just Britain, but America and others, stand back and do nothing. Because I think Assad will draw very clear conclusions from that.
Cameron's office released intelligence about the August 21st chemical attack and a legal justification for military intervention that cited humanitarian grounds. U.S. officials indicated a willingness to move without 10 Downing.
We would not necessarily act on the same basis of the same legal doctrines as our allies. We've also said that the president will make a decision and will act on any response on our own timelines.
Although Syria and Iran have both vowed to lash out at Israel in the event of Allied attacks on the Assad regime, diplomatic sources told Fox News the Israeli Defense Forces have assessed that the chances of such retaliation are slim because neither Syria nor Iran is believed to be willing to risk facing a forceful Israeli counterstrike. Still, the Jewish state said it is prepared for anything.
Despite low probability of an Israeli involvement in what is happening in Syria, we decided to deploy the Iron Dome batteries and our other interception systems.
Now, just minutes ago, the British Parliament voted to reject an authorization of force, and Prime Minister Cameron said he would not override the Parliament. In the meantime, sources told Fox News the operations that eventually ensue will target Bashar al-Assad's command and control facilities, as well as missile launchers and artillery batteries in mountainous regions outside of Damascus. Senior Obama administration officials, of course, would not confirm that, but they did confirm those targets were among the options that DOD presented to the president. Chris?
But James, again, to emphasize, because this is big news, Britain is no longer on board. They're not part of the coalition of the willing after this vote in Parliament.
Not perhaps with active kinetic military action, but of course there are other ways that the British could participate, Chris.
James Rosen reporting from the State Department. James, thank you.